What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com. Today we're going to show you a closer and on-feet look at the Air Jordan 11 Red Velvet or Night Maroon, or just simply Velvet. Now, these are set to drop December 17th, 2016. Retail price will be $220, and these are a grade school exclusive, but available in extended sizes up to 9.5Y, and they will be available at Chic Shoes retailers. Link in the description below. All right, so this pair of 11s is actually really interesting. You guys already know. Instead of your patent leather throughout, we have velvet. Definitely different. Images, in my opinion, images look better than they do in person. Or at least to me, they look more appealing. But in hand, I'm not a fan of them, so I will be passing on these. Another thing is I'm going to have an on-feet of these, and these are 9.5Y. I wear a 10. I was able to squeeze my foot in these, and I mean really squeeze my foot, so I wouldn't get them just off the principle of I don't have the possibility of wearing them, and a few other things, but I'll get into that in a second. So we have the velvet throughout where patent leather would be, and what I could not tell, and I didn't notice in any images, maybe some of you guys have, but throughout the velvet, there's actually roses and like a floral design through it. It's very subtle, but you can actually see it, especially around the heel, and then on to the medial side by the heel as well. It comes out really, really, really well in there. Hopefully that really picks up, because I'm looking at it through this little screen on my camera, and it's looking like it's not picking up well, so that's why I hope it picks up. But damn, you'll definitely be able to notice in person. So since we're at the heel, we have the 2-3 stitched. It looks a little off to me, to be honest. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just because it's a smaller area, but it is stitched. It is not like printed on or anything like that. So that's good for long lasting. And then instead of a stitched Jumpman, it's a metal Jumpman that has been like attached somehow. It looks like there's like little pins that go in. Maybe you could see that. So across the uppers, we have nubuck, and that pretty much swaps out your leather use. And as you guys probably know, this is part of the, I believe you say it Heiress or Heiress. I believe it's Heiress collection. It's basically a premium collection from Jordan brand where it's GS exclusives. This, of course, being one of them. And they do use some nicer materials. But in my opinion, it doesn't weigh out to the $220 price tag. But I'll get into that later. So we have we have nubuck across the tongue. As you can see, the laces as well are a bit thinner than the Space Jams also. And I'm not comparing these to the Space Jams in any way. It's just that the Space Jam laces were large, very large. And these are just, I guess, actually it looks a little smaller than normal. But then we have your Jordan branding across the tongue that is done in gold. We also have metal gold lace tips. And then we have Night Maroon or just maroon across the liner. Now, I did pull out the insole like I usually do. And it is a leather insole. And then we have gold detailing, Jumpman, and then Jordan fine footwear since 1985. Okay. Check out that carbon fiber plate. It looks more reddish in there, but maybe that's just because it's hitting the black. But it's like more circular, I guess you could say. And then we have a translucent outsole with your Night Maroon pods. It's like a maroon tint to it. So definitely an interesting, nonetheless, it's interesting. I find it, I mean, a lot of you guys do like it, and I've seen there is hype for the shoe, of course. But I don't think $220 for these is really worth it, in my opinion. Material use is decent. The velvet isn't, as thick or anything like that. The designs throughout kind of threw me off because I didn't even know it had that. Some of you might like that more. Some of you might dislike it now. But it is there, and I did want to make note of it. Another thing is the craftsmanship. It's not that great, to be honest. I mean, it's not terrible, but see, the thing with wool or even velvet in this case, glue really picks up on it. But you can see that across the in the toe cap. Like, it really picks up in that area. And I checked out a few pairs, and both of them were like that. But other than that, I mean, there are some glue stains where the midsole meets the velvet material, but if you don't care about glue stains, then you should be fine. And if you like them, even with the floral designs, maybe you think they're now better because they have it, then you should be good to go as far as liking the shoe. But without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump to the on feet. Alright everybody, so that was your closer and on-feet look at the Air Jordan 11 GS exclusive known as Night Maroon, Velvet, or Red Velvet. Now these are dropping December 17, 2016. Retail price will be $220, and you can grab these at Chic Shoes retailers. Link in the description below. Now here's the thing, $220 price tag for these. I don't think that's for these. I don't agree with it too much at all. If you got it and you got the money and you like these, that's fine. Go ahead. I'm not stopping anyone from buying them because I see why people like them. They're just not for me, especially with the floral designs. That kind of threw me off. So no, I'll be passing on them. But the craftsmanship isn't there really. And if you don't care about craftsmanship, then that's fine. You can still get them, but it's more the size range. So let's just say I'm a size 6.5 or 7, and I could easily, rock a pair of GS sizes, right? Like, let's say the Space Jams. I'm not gonna pay $220 for a size 6.5 in the Space Jams, but for these, I'm going to pay $220 for them. And I'm not comparing quality or anything to the Space Jams. I had no issues with those as far as craftsmanship. And yes, the only reason I am comparing them to the Space Jams is because they just released and they are an Air Jordan 11. So other than that, I don't think the price of the two really matches up. I think if these were priced at $190, $200, I could see that. I could see that being a lot, a lot better. But again, that's just my opinion. I mean, you could just tell me I'm wrong, and I'll still respect your opinion. And if you like these shoes nonetheless, I'm happy to showcase them to you, and I'm happy, to show you and give you some information. Now, as far as the hype goes for these, there is a lot of hype for them. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people liking these, and they are an Air Jordan 11, so of course they're going to get some hype, and they're not going to sit. And also, to my understanding, is that there's not as many pairs as these as there were the Space Jams. Like, the Space Jams were a ton of pairs made versus this pair, which doesn't seem like there's as much, but I'm not sure how many pairs were made. So I've heard that there was like 1 million pairs of the Space Jams, and there won't be nearly as many in these. I did see like launch locators showing these as well, although that's not really it can't really show you how many each store is getting, but like for the Space Jams or other, like the True Blue 3s, it was saturated, these maps, with places getting them. It did look like a good amount was getting it, except for like in the middle of the United States, kind of were missing. So it didn't even look that crazy. So if you do like them, make sure you put your raffle tickets in, wake up early, and things like that. Just make sure you do everything you have to do in order to get these shoes. Don't wait on anything, but leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of these. Next up, I'll have a real versus fake of the Space Jam 11s. I actually have something in hand I want to show you, kind of a teaser of the video that it will be coming up in the next few days as well. And these are these things, and you guys already know what these are. I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh shit, I hit the mic. Sorry. Shoot. I'm not a fan of those, but we'll get into that, and we'll talk in that in the next few days. But leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the Night Maroon, Red Velvet, Air Jordan 11 lows, if you're going to cop, pass, whatever it is. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.